Figuring out how to fit your farm dream in between your 9 to 5 or in the margins of evenings and weekends used to overwhelm me. Yet while we currently live in a townhouse in the city, I've already started to learn homesteading skills. If this is our first time meeting, hi, I'm Cassandra from the blog becomingafarmgirl.com, where I share how to live a farm-fresh life without land or livestock. This is episode 5 in a series where I show you how to transform your home, kitchen, meals, and mindset so that your farm dream starts becoming a reality. Here in the Northeast, we're in the throes of winter and the cold has set in. A few years ago, I thrifted several Perfection kerosene heaters, which were quintessential farmhouse appliances for nearly a century before power line infrastructure and cheaper electrical costs halted their use. But I find them to be excellent supplemental non-electrical heat sources that put out more heat than propane, and it doesn't require tools or complicated diagrams to maintain or change the wick. So if you're looking to keep your patio in use long after the summer season, make a cool room toasty without the expense of heating up the entire house, or just ensure that you're prepared for winter power outages, check out my full video tutorial about these heaters, which allow you to have a piece of history in your home that's both practical and decoratively pleasing. One thing I'm learning from my homestead journey is that newer isn't always better, and so I regularly shop thrift, antique, and online yard sales for craft tools that were built to last generations. I recently purchased a pre-loved tomato and berry miller from a US company that hasn't changed their design in the 100 years they've been in operation. So I just had a couple of minutes to peruse through this edition of the manual, and I love it. It is confirmed for me that this was definitely a good find, because look at how they're titling this article. The first page says, or it's titled, "The Romance of the Squeezo." Let me go ahead and just read this to you. Having announced in our advertising that the Squeezo is the most versatile canning tool you can own, we feel that the least we can do for you that have taken our pronouncements on good faith and bought a Squeezo is to help prove to you all of our claims are true. And then you have all of these amazing recipes. Basic tomato sauce, there are lots of recipes I'm skipping over. Oh wow, dehydrating with your Squeezo strainer? Is that real? Do you see that? I mean, I guess that makes sense, actually. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I just wasn't expecting that. And then I can handle this. This doesn't look too complicated to put together, at all. I've got that. I mean, it's on half a page. That's not gonna be hard. I'm so excited. Even my wall-mounted cast iron coffee grinder is over a century old. The utility and enjoyment these items bring doesn't come with the angst of modern gadgets that may only last you a few years. In many cases, older items are more sustainable and budget-friendly purchases. To check out my most recent antique and thrift haul, watch that video after this. I'll link it below. Stocking the pantry full of broths and stocks, especially beef bone broth, using the knuckle bones and feet of a cow or veal is a great way to use your vegetable scraps and meat carcasses to provide a nutrient-dense and flavorful pantry staple. If you're looking for a beginner-friendly canning recipe that doesn't require special equipment, you've got to try canning honey orange slices. As I've shared in the video tutorial, you'll get so many uses out of them, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, or in beverages. These are delicious, and yes, even the rinds are edible. A mindset shift I've adopted when it comes to sourcing your own food when you have a limited or no land is to take steps that allow you to be increasingly less reliant on the commercial food system. To me, this has looked like trimming out products that aren't single ingredients or whole fruits, vegetables, or dairy. Instead of purchasing bottles of condiment, snacks, or packaged items, I've learned to make many myself. And y'all, it ain't hard. Once you have an arsenal of glass jars and bottles and go-to recipes that you can build on, you'll be well on your way. Definitely check out the video where I show you how easy it is to make 7 everyday condiments and download my free condiment recipe ebook to keep in your kitchen binder. I'll be adding to this free ebook so that you have the same recipes I'm using, loving, and sharing with you here on the channel and over on the blog. While canning is my favorite method of food preservation, fermentation is a close second. I love the convenience of being able to purchase in-season produce and often within minutes and without even turning on the stove, be able to create my own probiotic-rich, shelf-stable krauts, kimchi, sauces, and sides. The book Fermented Vegetables by Kristen and Christopher Shockey is the ultimate kitchen companion and shows you how to ferment over 64 vegetables. Be sure to check out my fermentation playlist to learn how to make fermented celery stuffing, which is the best way to keep your celery crunchy for months. And a delicious chipotle kale and collard kraut, which doesn't look or smell like a ferment, along with a mild kimchi ferment that pairs perfectly with a salmon sandwich. Within time, the collection of skills I've learned have enabled me to have a mostly from-scratch fridge. The satisfaction you'll have when you open your fridge or pantry door and reach for items that you've had a hand in growing, making, or preserving is truly priceless. This is exactly the glimpse I take you on in my most recent fridge tour. For the longest time, the missing component in my farm girl journey was, quite honestly, friends. Yes, my family is supportive, but truly the other gals and pals I'm meeting that are becoming farm girls mean the world to me. And the support you've shown with your words, emails, and recommendations is invaluable. I don't and won't ever take that for granted. Dear friend, start living your homestead dream now. Start with small steps because over time you'll realize that they are moving you closer towards your dream. Keep dreaming, believing, and most importantly, keep becoming a farm girl. I'll see you in my kitchen or garden soon.